This is Chapter 7, Surface Area and Volume. Our first section is three-dimensional figures. Our objective today is to classify and draw three-dimensional figures. Let's start with vocabulary. A three-dimensional figure is a solid. It's any figure that does not lie in a plane. A face is one of the flat surfaces of the solid shape, such as a polygon. So in this picture that I have here, this pentagon would be a face. Also, this rectangle would be a face. An edge is any segment formed by the intersection of two faces. So right here where these two faces cross or touch, that is an edge. A prism is a three-dimensional figure with two parallel and congruent polygonal faces, and then we name prisms for the shape of their bases. The base, or bases, are the parallel and congruent polygonal faces in the prism. So in this prism, I have a pentagon here and a pentagon in the back. Those are the bases. The height is the length of a perpendicular segment that joins the bases together. So the height has to be the segment that joins those two bases. A cube is a special rectangular prism with faces that are all squares and they're all the same length. A cylinder. Ooh, let's make that a little wider. There we go. A cylinder is a three-dimensional figure with two congruent parallel bases that are circles. So it's just like a prism, except that the bases are circles. A pyramid is a three-dimensional figure with triangular faces that meet at one point and a base that is a polygon. And we name it for the shape of its base. So in this pyramid, our base is this pentagon at the bottom. The vertex is that point at the top where all the faces meet. A cone is a three-dimensional figure with one circular base and one vertex. It's just like a pyramid, except that it has a circle as its base. A sphere is the set of all points in space that are the same distance from a given point. We call that given point the center. So it will be right in the middle of my sphere. So we are going to name each of the figures here. So number one is this guy right here. You can see that the front is a triangle, and there would be a triangle in the back, and they're connected. That makes it a triangular prism. Number two is right here. That is a cone. It has a circle on the bottom, and it goes to a point. Number three is right here, and that is a cylinder. It has circles at the top and bottom. Now there are some other shapes here too. This one at the top would be a rectangular pyramid or possibly a square pyramid. This one right here would be a rectangular prism or possibly a square prism. Try this on your own. Name each of these three-dimensional figures. All right, this first one is a cube. The second one is a square or rectangular pyramid. The third one, notice it has triangles in the front and the back. It is a triangular prism. And the fourth one, it has a triangle on the bottom, but it comes to a point, which makes it a triangular pyramid. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is draw. We are going to draw a hexagonal prism. So to draw our prism, we start by drawing the base, which is a hexagon. So I'm just going to draw a hexagon. There we go. Now I'm going to connect one of the corners just to another point on the plane. And now I'm going to draw my hexagon again. Notice that, oops, messed up a little. Notice that some of my lines are going to be dotted because they would be in the back of my prism. So when I draw this, I connect all my corners, and there's my hexagonal prism. Try this one on your own. Draw a triangular prism. All right, to do this one, we start off with a triangle. I connect one of the points to somewhere in the back. I draw the same triangle again. And I connect all the corners. And there's my triangular prism. Here's your assignment.